Guys, I was just in China and I checked out Xpeng's latest cars. They are, I've got to say, they're very impressive. But what I'm more intrigued about, and I've talked about it on the channel many times, is this. Xpeng is, I believe, one of a very small number of car manufacturers who have followed Tesla down the path of neural nets and full self-driving in terms of training their full self-driving system in a similar way to Tesla, and it's paid off. They're considered one of the best full self-driving or the best, semi-autonomous driving systems in China. However, that said, the CEO of Xpeng is he wanted to see just how good Tesla's full self-driving is in the United States. So he's just flown to the US and he's tested a Tesla vehicle and he's come back and reported on his experience. This was what he said happened. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching The Electric Viking. It's great to see you. Xpeng CEO. He's actually a very smart guy. I've got a lot of respect for him. As you guys know, I'm not a big fan of NIO CEO. In fact, I think he's a total crackpot. I think the same thing for other CEOs. Stellantis CEO, Mary Barra's GM CEO. I think those three are all a bit loony, and I don't understand why they're CEOs of their companies. But when it comes to CEOs like Jim Farley and the CEO of BYD, Wang Shanfu, you're looking at two great minds, but so is Xpeng CEO. Now, his name is He Yaopeng, and he shared his observations and feedback after experiencing Tesla's full self-driving system in the United States, where you can drive it fully. You can't actually yet drive it fully in China. It's not really trained for China yet, so it's a good idea to do this. Now, he seemed to come out of experience with a pretty positive stance on Tesla. And this is the kind of guy that he is, to be honest. He said in a post on Weibo that he believes fully autonomous driving could see a ChatGPT moment next year. In other words, he's saying full self-driving will basically be solved next year. Now, does that mean it'll be perfect? Maybe not. Does that mean it's going to be a hell of a lot better than your neighbor's or your driving or my driving? Probably. Will it ever get distracted? Nope. Will it have cameras in the back of its head, the sides of its head? Yeah, there's a lot of benefits to full self-driving. Does it ever get drunk? Does it ever go on drugs? Is it ever tired? No. You can rule all those things out. So I think it's pretty clear full self-driving will be a better alternative next year than a human driver. That's what I'm going to go with. I 100% am committed to that. Guys, if someone said to me, I want you to bet on that, bet big, I would be willing to bet big on that. So I agree with Xpeng CEO, 100%. Recent post from the CEO on Weibo revealed he was in the US and he was looking to experience full self-driving. He didn't intriguingly, guys, he didn't bother testing Mercedes-Benz. As far as I know, I've looked this up. I can't see him. Guys, Consumer Reports in the United States says Mercedes-Benz full self-driving is the best. They gave it 10 out of 10. Numerous different media publications say it's the best. It's level 1 million. No, not really. Level 3 or whatever they claim it is. Mercedes-Benz full self-driving system, in my opinion, seeing it in the real world, it sucks balls. I thought maybe it would work, but when I actually saw the video from it, I made a video, guys, when I first saw this video of someone trying it out, Mercedes-Benz full self-driving, in the space of an 18-minute drive, it had 44 interventions. And I'm not talking interventions where you think, oh, maybe I should intervene. Maybe. I'm talking 44 times it wanted to drive them into traffic or off a cliff. And that was on a road with no traffic lights, no turns whatsoever. And it was following a Tesla. It has to follow another car to work. So you can see why the CEO of Xpeng didn't bother with Mercedes-Benz autonomous driving, because it's not autonomous. It's ridiculous, almost a crime that anyone would claim that it is. Consumer Reports, I'm looking at you guys. How much are you being paid to spin bullshit? Come on, you guys never tested the thing. You didn't. There's no way. Anyhow, Xpeng's CEO, here's what he actually said. In the past couple of days, I had the chance to experience full self-driving version 12.3.6 in California, and also took a ride in a Waymo vehicle. Overall, Waymo performed better in downtown San Francisco, while full self-driving excelled in Silicon Valley and on the highways, achieving very high scores and handling various road conditions smoothly. Now, I should interject here what he said. He said more than this, but he also asked for someone. He put a post up saying, guys, is there anyone in America who has the latest version of Tesla's full self-driving system? Because this was not the latest. He wanted to test the very latest. He just put put it out there to the world. Please, does anyone have the latest? I don't think he actually ended up testing the latest version of Tesla's full self-driving software. So this was a slightly earlier version than where Tesla is at right now. He said, I'm truly impressed by the significant progress full self-driving has made in just a few months. We plan to learn from full self-driving's excellent features and user experience. I believe 2025 will be the ChatGPT moment for fully autonomous driving. This is a guy, right? He's not big noting himself like the other CEOs that I mentioned. This is humility. This guy's humble. And you know who you got to be scared of? The intelligent guys who are humble. He's the CEO of XPeng. This dude's famous. But he's saying this stuff. Guys, I'm very bullish on XPeng. There's a reason the Volkswagen Group invested so much money into this company, bought a percentage of the company. They've tested their stuff. They know XPeng probably has the best full self-driving currently in China. Guys, I make nothing from XPeng in saying that. Nothing, not a single cent in any way. They've never approached me. I've heard that they maybe are going to, but that hasn't happened yet. But honestly, I think that's the case. And this is a company that already has amazing technology in this sector. And they're saying, you know what? How can we learn? How can we continue to learn? Let's go test Teslas in the US, make it public. Let's not hide it. Remember BMW tried to hide the fact they bought a Cybertruck and imported it to Germany. They tried to hide it, didn't work. Let's not hide it. It's fine. Anyone can know this. That's why you should be very concerned, because Chinese companies like this who are humble, are willing to learn, are willing to put in gigacasting. I mean, most Chinese car companies now, EV companies, are using gigapresses. They're learning fast, and this is scary. Now, he actually shared a video of his full self-driving test on a post in Weibo. And you can see that he was driving a previous generation Tesla Model 3 sedan. So this was not the new version. It does not have hardware 4. He said he was very impressed overall, but he believes the advanced driver assist system might find China's complicated roads more challenging, probably in some places. But guys, I've been in China. A lot of the roads in China are actually very, very simple. But yeah, in dense cities, that could be the case for sure. So he said this: I'm glad to have experienced Tesla's full self-driving, smart driving in the US. The video that everyone has been asking for is finally out. Throughout the experience, full self-driving's performance is still very smooth. It makes me feel at ease in most road conditions, which is very similar to that of a human driver. Now, he did go on to say this: however, China's roads are more complex than those in the US, with more people and cars. I'm looking forward to full self-driving's performance in China. At present, our XNGP has fully adapted to China's road conditions. We invite Elon Musk to China to experience XNGP. We also look forward to more exchanges in the entire industry to jointly promote the popularization of smart driving around the world. So yeah, he did kind of put in a final plug there for his own car company's automated driving system in China as well. It's worth mentioning though, I think he probably made a mistake. I think he probably should have tested a newer car, testing an old Tesla car with the old full self-driving, and it doesn't have hardware 4, it doesn't have the latest version of their full self-driving suite. That might have been a different experience for him. He might have come away thinking that was better, that was worse. I don't know, but I think that would have been potentially a better idea to do that. That said, clearly you can see he's pretty impressed by what Tesla's doing. He's keeping tracks on it. And clearly he sees Tesla as a competitor for full self-driving in China, where Tesla has just received approval from the Chinese government to begin testing their full self-driving systems in China, and then to basically go after consumers with full self-driving technology in China, which is huge. There's more than 1.3 billion people in China. And a lot of those people don't want to drive. I mean, yeah, in America, people don't really, the whole chauffeur thing, having a driver for you, it's not really a thing. In China, it is. So this would be a solution to having your own driver in China, full self-driving. I think Tesla's going to go after that market big time. So is XPeng. There'll be two big competitors to pay attention to, and it's going to change the world. Having a car that drives you without you having to actually do anything. You go to sleep, right? You don't waste time. Go to sleep, you work, you watch movies, you do whatever you want. The other benefit here, guys, is this. There is so many car crashes every year. There's so many deaths. We can avoid nearly all of those. Thanks for watching.